Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hello, everyone. My name is QD, and today we're back with another live trading vlog. I need to check the news just real quick. I forgot about that. Okay, we have all yellow folders. And the only reason, because that one was like spiking up a little bit, I was like, wait a minute, let me check the news real quick. The government isn't shut down. Yeah, the government isn't shut down anymore, so at least for now. So things are back to normal. I highly doubt that, but regardless, we're here. We're back on the charts. I've been absent on showing you the charts for 2 days. I was away, but I was still trading. Best believe. I'll get into that. I have a trade set up that I'm looking at right now. This is on the 10 minute. I see this rejection zone right here. This 10 minute zone right here. So I'm looking at that. And then, so we have this setup right here, drop down to the 2 minute, and we just have this setup like just in this area right here. This is the 2 minute right here. My entry is already set. Stop loss, 1 tick above, 14 tick trade. And yeah, ski. But other than that, we wait. But yeah. Yeah, and another thing, price just broke structure, so I'm still very much bearish. There's no other price action to the left, so yeah, just going with the trend, and the trend shouts bears. But now it's like, I think it just tapped into that fair value gap, and now it's like increasing. If we break this low, then I'll try to see if there's any zone in this area. But other than that, still 10 toes on this setup right here, but we'll adjust accordingly, of course. As I'm looking here, this is on the 2 minute though, but as I'm looking here, there is a possible range setup that we can look into and somewhat capitalize on, depending on unless it breaks this structure point right here. We got less than 2 minutes left on this candle. If price if price doesn't break past that high, and there's time to blah blah blah, and it rotates down to this area, I could be looking for this selling point right here on the 2 minute. Just want to get that. We got less than 50 we have 50 seconds left, so if that's the case, this is a 12 tick trade. Hold on, that would be at, yeah, hold on. Okay, so price just broke out of that range setup. So if you check here, the 10 minute price just broke out of this range. So remember that range setup we were looking at? If we drop down, that's still a viable area. Stop loss underneath the zone, 1 tick above or below the zone. So I still have that. I moved my setup, my original setup, and to be this one. So we're looking at that for a potential setup right here. Let me drop down so I can see. This would be the 1-to-1 area, and then we're aiming for 1-to-2. Okay, so we have this setup right here. I'm just making sure. 66.88, 691, 691, and then TP's at 682. Okay, so we're looking good over there, and I'll let you know if we get any entry or anything. But in the meantime, I did want to show you from the last time I traded. I don't even remember what day, but let's just say Tuesday, probably. Okay. So Tuesday, okay. A habit that I tend to do, not tend to do, but there's certain days where it happens. I guess tends to do. Anyway, Monday night, I stayed up till 5 a.m., bro. Bad. Smoking in my car, watching shit, just absolutely horrible. So come Tuesday, I'm like waking up tired as fuck. I for some reason still head to the charts. But since I'm not like in my best settings, I'm kind of like tired and just not the best. I see a setup, like an actual legit setup, and I put my trading down. I put my entry down. And then last minute, I decided to check higher time frames other than the 10-minute. I decided to check the 40-minute, the 2-hour, because I had those on my charts at the time. And I originally had that setup set, and I was like, yeah, break a structure, bearish, I'm going for the sell. Last minute, I checked those higher time frames, and it makes me go against what I was looking for. So I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. Chalk it. We're just gonna cancel that and look for a buy setup, because that's what the higher time frames are showing. Bruh, as soon as I cancel that order, maybe like a minute or two after, price taps into the zone, and then 2-3 minutes after that, price goes and hits TP. I see that, and bro, I literally exit off the charts, and I call it a fucking day, and I get in my car, because I'm traveling. I was traveling to Virginia to see my friend and a concert. So the whole 3-hour drive, that it took me almost 4 hours to get there, all I could think about was me having a trade idea and not take it because of X, Y, and Z reasons, and it really just getting to me like crazy. No lie. But yeah, price kind of looks like it wants to come back down to come into my zone, but I don't know, y'all. It was looking like it, and then it's rejecting off at this point, so it may just drop down without even reaching our zone. I had a little bit of promise on that last drive, but no, this rejection zone kind of crazy for real. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what's best for me in these, in the way that I trade now. I used to trade the 2-minute and 10-minute. Now I kind of just mainly trade the 10-minute and dropping down to the 2-minute to find, maybe a more precise entry point. So it's like there's a lot of 2-minute setups that I'm not taking compared to how I did before, but I feel like since I'm going for a higher RR, me basing it on a higher time frame, all my zones, gives me a little bit more confluence for that 1 to 2. I don't know. But next day, this is when I'm actually in Virginia. So that day was really difficult because I was like, that was so frustrating to see myself be in a right trade, and then last minute, because of analyzing, I literally just chalk it. So that was really tormenting me for those entire 3 hours, because I could not stop but think about it. But anyway, we move on. So the next day, I decided to chalk all of that other shit, just stick to the 10-minute and the 2. So as you can see, right now in this area, it's only just those two, just like how it was in the beginning. But yeah, so now Wednesday we were 0-1-2. So yeah, this one was pretty frustrating too. Okay, so I moved my setup up because on the 10-minute we broke structure, and we have this 10-minute zone around in this area. So if we drop down to the 2-minute, it's underneath this zone. So that's literally all that I'm doing. Right here. One tick. Just following the trend. I don't know what's gonna happen. If this doesn't work out, then we have another zone that we can right underneath. So I'm not really trying to panic. So yeah. So I'll let you know if we get a tag in on that. Order filled. Okay, so we're in this tag in right here. This does not look good. Just off rip, that does not look good. That looks like price is about to stop us out easily. Like, that is a huge bullish candle, and it doesn't look like it plans to stop at any time soon. Okay, so this might be a dub, and then I'll try for the next one. So okay, well, that's break even right there if it hits 1-1, but I'll try for the next one. I'll go down for this zone. I'm keeping my eyes open still on this one right here. I ain't playing cuz. Dora. Stop loss. It says stop loss. Break even is at this point right here. 679. 679. Oop. Look at that bullshit. Okay, if this tags is out, then I'm gonna go for this next setup over here. Let me just get prepared. That's 6, 6, 8.
Stop filled.
Alright, so we got order filled on this move right here. 91, 6, 6. So 1 to 1 right here. One, 6, 6, 91. Okay, well, I guess this doesn't seem to be the zone either. Okay, they said fuck me. Okay, I don't really know what to do now. If price breaks this, then I'd probably be thinking bullish, because why is it breaking structure? And if it does that, then all I'll think about is potentially that.
Stop filled.
Okay, well, yeah. Bro, get, like, I don't know, bro. Like, I thought I was, I guess it has been ranging for a while. Arranging, or, I don't know. So I went for this buy. I'm going for, well, I'm not in it, but I'm like, I'm going for this buy. If it gives me an entry, I don't know. I'll let you know. Well, I have a feeling it's going to tap my original zone and then do the move that I was looking for. I just have that feeling. I just have that feeling. Bruh. Anyway. This was my original setup. I am not in this trade, but watch this be the trade that actually goes and hits TP. That's all I have to say. Bro. Bullshit. Okay, I feel like I made a mistake today, and this is some bullshit, but I feel like I made a mistake today. I didn't trade an edge setup, and it definitely showed, just like reaction wise. Like, I was flipping this. Truth be told, I can't even tell you what trades I just took today. I know I lost twice, right? And look at that. Look at that. This was my original setup for today, and I feel like it's gonna hit TP. This is crazy, dog. But I think that was just a mistake on my part of like which kind of zones to take and what not to take, and this is that. This is that. So I'm very bummed out right now. And I'm fucking pissed off. I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed off, bro. Wow. Wow, bro. This is all me, too. Nobody else is here. And it's about to hit TP. God fucking damn it. Here we go. Well. TP just got hit. Fuck you. Jesus. Fuck. Whatever. I'm low-key bullish. I ain't gonna hold you. This might be a decision, but I'm low-key bullish, dog. Because I'm like, out of all of this, when was it breaking structure? When was it? This is the only, like, bro, I'm bullish. I'm bullish because we've been trending bearish for all this time. And, yeah, that's why I have that trade set up here. And low-key, I want to hold this trade for like a 1 to 3 because I've seen these setups and they tend to fly. But we just got to get there first. It's 9:03 right now. Bruh. Alright, so I am bullish. I might be crazy because I literally just made this in quotes mistake. This is a 10-minute zone, but I'm like, should I still be going for this because of that? You know, here, but I do have this. I don't know. You know, this is demo, so I'm like, we gotta try all the things. Maybe tried and true. I said just stick to the edges, but hey, tried and true. We have to try, right? Tried and true, and did we have to try? So I don't know if it's gonna come down or anything. Like I don't know. But I'm here. Price just broke that structure point. Just based off of that little wick right there, as you can see. So I'm bullish. I'll let you know though. Okay, I literally did not see that, and I'm glad that I checked. I lost $200 on the day, so that's gonna be the end of me. John is right here. It's a little bit upsetting, but I'm trying to get the stats up. I should never want to work when you want it to work. Okay, so we finally got it up. Yeah, I mean, sucks to lose 2 trades, but hey, this is just the game. Let's check how we doing. So we're 13-10. Look at that. We got a 52% win rate, and guess what? Obviously, this is not good risk management. This is not good risk management. But I'm not caring about the risk management. I'm caring about the trade, bro. I'm caring about the win rate, bro. In order for me to be profitable, all I need is a 40%, dog. Like, that's all I need, dog. I'm telling you, that's fucking possible. Like, come on now. Like, 13 wins. As long as if I get 20 losses, I get no wins after this. And I stack up 10 more losses, bro. I'm still profitable if I was doing it right, risk management wise. Like, say every time I win is $500. All right, 6,500. All right, that's what we got on there. And then let's say we got 20 losses. That's $250. So 5,000. The other one was 6,500. Pretty sure we get to the math from here, but I like to see it out. So regardless, that's $1,500 profit. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot in the grand scheme of things, but I'm thinking even, like, let's say I have my own personal account. I'm risking $250. Let's say I have $5,000 in my personal account, which is, like, a plan of mine, an idea of mine. Like, at the end of the month, let's say this is the end of the month for me. Like, we're halfway through this month, but let's say at the end of the month, I literally take no more winning trades and all losers, I'd still net, if I was risking 250 per trade or around that time, I'd still net around $1,500. And after taxes, I'd be getting rid of like 30%, setting that aside for taxes. I'd end up with $1,000 just from the trading markets, just from me trading like this with this amount. So for me, I'm thinking that's not bad. Like, I don't, what, we've only been here for an hour, like less, and we've already, we're done for the day. So it's like, imagine an hour of trading, and then at the end of the month, you losing more than you win, and you're still profitable. You're still making $1,000 at the end of the month. Like, that's, while I have no other income coming in, you know, that's still like a good thing to just have, right? Like, even just in my back pocket, because I'm gonna be living off of my savings for who knows how long, right? So I'm just thinking on that front, like this shit is still possible, like for real. But yeah, I was also doing the math. So I'm 13 and 10 right now because of today, but yesterday I was 13 and 8, right? So let's just look at the math like that. Like 13 and 8, just regular. Okay, so we already know 13 times 500 equals 6,500, but we had 8 last time, 8 losing trades. That's only $2,000 with the multiplied by 250. So 6,500 minus 2,000 is $4,500. So me in my head, I was looking at that and I was absolutely shell shocked. And the reason being, is thinking about these prop firms, right? Like, a lot of the times the profit target is $3,000. I'm thinking, as of right now, for prop firms, I'm thinking about Tradeify, because it's kind of just the Lightning account. I'm thinking about that because it's just straightforward. The trades that you put in are the trades that are they're going towards your payout. And me doing the math on how my stats were, like half of this month, right? Today's the 14th, so basically half a month of trading, I would have been eligible for a payout. And for them, it's like $2,000 I would have been eligible for, because I reached the profit target of 3,000. Like, we've been past it just based off of my stats from yesterday. And let's see about today, like all in all. Bro, even with today's stats, it's $4,000. That's $1,000 above the prop firm target. I'd still be able to withdraw. So it's like, bro, I originally was like, I'm just going to go with the 25 gig account. It's only $1,500 profit target. This seems like, something that I can do. Seems a lot more manageable. Because I was scared. But now I'm like looking at just this month of progress and me taking trades that I would take. And it's like, wow, like I'm not even like eating like that, and I'm still eating. Like, I could win, what? I could go on a whole 10 trade losing streak from where we are right now and still at the end of the month manage to make profits with proper risk management. That shit is like inspiring. Like, I don't have to be perfect to make bread in this game. And it's like, the more I train myself on becoming the greatest loser that I can be, because I know that I am, bro, a nigga finna go far, bro. We finna go far, bro. I believe in myself. And while today was 2 losses, I felt good. Like, I felt okay. Was I happy? No. But I was breathing, but like my heart didn't pound that much. It was just kind of like, let's just fucking go and let's just see. And about that trade, that buy setup, yeah, it left without me. I think it took the man setup and then just left. So yeah, that's also something that I also kind of want to look at, is like prices tapping here and then like taking the break of the candle potentially. I don't know, girl. We're just thinking. I don't ever want to miss a trade if I don't have to. I had the same idea logic wise, but just price didn't care about that. So I don't know, something in the future we might potentially look into. Like, hey, we are aiming for this zone right here, but I see that there's also a demand zone. So if this one gives us the break of the candle, we might go in, use that as our entry point. Maybe, I don't know. I'll set an alert for myself to see if, hey, does it hit TP or does it hit stop loss? All right, we have those alerts set. Stop loss and TP might be something we might look into. But yeah, man, I'm just looking at this shit and I'm like, bro, like we can actually like really do this shit, like, and I don't have to be perfect anymore, and we can and then we can get more money from this shit. All I have to do is just become a great loser, just become the great loser that I am becoming, and just knowing to myself that I can lose, and the worst thing that can happen is I lose $200, and just keep on dealing with that and doing that shit. And yeah, you know, like I don't know, bro. There's so many things that's happening in my head. I have an appointment that I need to go to, but I'm like, whatever. But there's so many things that I'm just thinking of like what makes sense, what doesn't, you know, should I go with this? Should I not? And it's been a great it's been a great adventure, and I'm still, you know, trying to figure out what works best for me, and you know, going I'm happy that I'm doing 1 to 2s now. Like I'm actually like, it's crazy, like I'm always happy, like no matter what I choose to do, like I'm always happy until I'm not happy, right? Like until that point, like I was happy with a negative RR until I went on that horrible losing streak variant type month in October, and it made me want to change. It made me want to go for a higher RR, because I'm like, that shit, I'm sweating bullets even more than I did with 1 to 1s. And it was like, negative RR works, but it has to align with you. And I know my reasoning for doing negative RR wasn't because it fit me the best. It was because I didn't want to lose. I didn't want to lose, and I wasn't okay with losing. And so I felt like negative RR was my kryptonite, because while I did lose and it sucked, it was like I didn't lose a lot. So it was like, it was okay, you know, it was okay. So that was like my way of like dealing with it. And I literally was like, eh, all those other RRs, they don't make any sense. Like, yeah, they work, but negative RR is the one. And then I went through that horrible month, and it was like, oh, I remember going through that month, seeing what my win rate was, and I was like, man, if this is my win rate here, I might as well just go back to 1 to 2s, because with a 44% win rate, or 50 something, because I ended the month with a 58%. With a 58% win rate at the end of the month, like, bruh, a girl is like eating with a 1 to 2 strategy. A girl is eating, bruh. And so that's why I was like, okay, bro. Like, why not? Oh yeah, by the way, this trade, it got stopped out. But it just hit 1 to 1. So I'm gonna put my stop loss at break even. It stopped us out on this trade, and then it entered in this John. So let's see if it would have worked out, because this was the trade that I was originally about to tap into, but then I realized, I checked the P&L, and it was like, oh, you already lost 200 on the day. So it was like, oh, okay, but this looks like it's about to hit TP. Ooh, ooh, yeah, let's go. I mean, it sucks that's not a part of our system. That's not a part of our system, not a part of our stats on NinjaTrader. But a nigga, I'm about to count that. I don't give a fuck, because that was a trade that idea that we had, but we lost. We, you know, passed our daily loss limit, so I didn't want to go that. But so I don't care what anyone says. I'm 13-4. I'm 13-10. No, sorry, 14-10. I don't care. I don't care. Change the stats. I'm 14-10. That was my idea. I called it out before it even happened. I'm counting that as a dub. That's a dub. That's a dub. So yeah, I have to leave, but it's 9:30 right now. Oh shit, it's 9:30 right now. Damn. I don't care. Whatever. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.